Okay, I know this is the one that we had a hard time with in class, so I want to take a look at using the distributive property to multiply, not multiplying, to multiply mixed numbers. Okay, so I know it's sometimes seems a little more difficult, but when you're working with a really big mixed number, it really is easier if you are using the distributive property. So let's take an example. First, let's just look at the distributive property in action with normal whole numbers. So if we were to do a problem like, let's say, 8 times 34, okay, my guess is that most of you mentally can't do this problem. You can't just say, oh, answer is this. But you can actually use the distributive property and it becomes a lot easier. So the distributive property says that we can take 8 times 34 and we can turn that into 8 times 30 plus 4, because 30 plus 4 still equals 34. And then we can distribute that across both of these. So that becomes 8 times 30 plus 8 times 4. And 8 times 30, we've got 8 times 3 is 24, and we add a 0 there. That's 240 plus 8 times 4, which is 32. And the answer is 272. So we can use this when we're multiplying with mixed numbers as well. So if we had a problem like 5/6 times 18 and 9/10, that's not exactly the easiest problem to do our normal way, because we would end up with 189 tenths times 5/6, and that's just a lot of work to do, and trying to simplify it is not easy. So let's take a look at doing this with our distributive property. So 18 and 9/10, we could rewrite that as 18 plus 9/10, and then 5/6 times that. So then we can turn that into 5/6 times 18 plus 5/6 times 9/10. Now this is a much easier problem for us to do. So 5/6 times 18, we can turn that into 18 over 1. Looking at these, I know that I can divide 18 and 6 by 6. So 6 divided by 6 and 18 divided by 6. Go ahead and turn that into 6 divided by 6 is 1, 18 divided by 6 is 3. It's 1 and that's 3. Then we have 5 times 3 over 1 times 1. That's 15 over 1, which is just 15. And over here we've got 5/6 and 9/10. I know that I can divide 5 and 10 by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And I can divide 6 and 9 by 3. That doesn't look like a 3. There we go. So now, replace those. 5 divided by 5 becomes 1. 6 divided by 3 becomes 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 10 divided by 5 is 2. We've got 1/3, or 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 2 is 4, so that would be 3/4. So now we've got 15 plus 3/4, and the answer to that is just 15 and 3/4. Now that's how you use the distributive property to multiply mixed numbers.